Claude Code lets you publish code anywhere on the web without any of an understanding of computer programming using plain English. And as someone who's developing a finance app, I had to know, how easy was it to use? Can I actually start contributing to our code base, just like our CTO and developers? So in this video, we're gonna find out. We're gonna be testing out Claude Code, going over how to get started, how to make your first push to an actual web app, and finally, we'll hear from our CTO how exactly he's using it for more efficiency and power. Let's get started. Okay, see this site right here? It's powered by code that lives in a platform called GitHub. That code gets picked up by a hosting service, which builds it and serves it to anyone who visits this URL. What Claude Code does is write that code for you in plain English right from your terminal. So you literally don't have to know anything about computer programming. Now, if the terminal intimidates you, Claude also has Cowork, the same underlying power, but a friendlier visual interface better suited for documents and workflow tasks. For building and deploying an actual web app though, we're gonna use Claude Code. And getting started is really simple. Here, let me show you how. All right, so here I am in regular Claude, and you see that I also have Cowork and Code right over here. I'm just gonna write this prompt. I wanna build a web app and publish it on my own domain so anyone can access it. I have no code on my machine, and I wanna use Claude Code to build it for me. What accounts do I need to create? What do I need to install? And what's the step-by-step process to go from nothing to a live website? Let's see what happens when I send this. All right, and looks like I got a bunch of instructions that is populating here. All right, so let's see what this says. First, you're gonna need a Claude account, at least the Pro plan, as the free Claude plan doesn't allow for Claude Code access. Then you're gonna need an account at GitHub, again, what we spoke about for where the code lives. Then it looks like there's a hosting platform called Vercel, which has a free tier that's generous, which will handle the deployment automatically every time you push up code. And then of course, I need a domain from either Namecheap or Google Domains. Okay, so once you register for all of these over here, then this is the setup on your machine. And it looks like it only takes 5 minutes. So it looks like you need to install Git with these instructions on a Mac or a Windows. Now I'm using a Windows, so I'm gonna follow everything that it says for Windows over here. And I get open up this app called PowerShell and run this line. But of course I have to install Git first. Then I'm going to install node.js. And then this is what I need to do in order to get set up. I can follow these instructions to push my code to GitHub. I could link that up to my hosting, and then I can connect to my custom domain. So I'm gonna go do all that really quickly, and then I'll come back once I have that all connected. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. If you run a SaaS or subscription business, you know the pain of managing recurring billings manually, sending invoices out every month, chasing customers whose cars get declined, reconciling payments, tracking who's on what plan. Huge amount of work, huge amount of room for error. That's what Chargeover fixes. They automate your entire recurring billing. Invoices go out on schedule, failed payments get chased automatically through Dunning. Everything reconciles in one place. Customers save 20 to 24 hours a month per billing admin on manual work. But clean billing data is only half the battle. Your investors and board don't want raw billing records. They want to see ARR, churn, CAC, LTV, MRR waterfalls, net revenue retention. So I teamed up with Chargeover to build a free Excel dashboard template that takes that data and turns it into a board-ready view. Every metric your investors ask about in one workbook. The link is in the description. Go grab it. And now back to the video. Okay, so now I'm in Claude Code over here. You can see this is my terminal in an app called PowerShell. And I'm just gonna chat with it right now and say, am I connected to our website? How do I push up code with you? And let's see what it writes. Okay, so it looks like we have our production server over here, which gives me the tools to query your production database, manage companies. For pushing the code, here's the workflow. I make the code changes. I ask you to commit it. I then ask you to actually push it. Okay, so this is a perfect example. So on our website, we just started offering out custom financial model buildouts, where using our tool, you can generate a full financial model in Excel tied to your accounting data with a bunch of really cool FP&A modules and dashboards that live directly in Excel. But a lot of customers are telling us that they want our help in building this out for them. So now we have a paid service. But the data request is a little bit clunky. It pretty much involves me sending a message to them on Teams or via email requesting this information. So why don't I just explain this to Claude Code? We have a new onboarding plan where users can have us build out a financial model for them once we collect certain inputs. Below are the inputs I want to collect. Help me design a web page on our website where we can instead collect these in a more pretty experience. All right, now I'm going to press Control V to paste it, and it looks like it doesn't extend it, but I have these 5 lines. Let me see what happens. So now you can see what I'm actually asking for clients. And let's see how well it does with this. Can it actually create this web page that collects this information from users so that I could just direct users to it once it's built out? All right, so it's going through our code base. All right, now this is pretty cool. It pretty much has the context on everything going on in our web app, so it knows how exactly to fit this in. Okay, so now it says I have everything I need to build the page. It's been almost 3 minutes that it's been thinking. All right, now it's doing a bunch of stuff. I honestly have no idea what it's doing here. And it looks like it found its own error at line 738. That's pretty cool that it caught it. And this appears to be HTML, CSX, Python. Honestly, I have no idea what this is. Okay, no errors. The page is ready. Here's a summary of what was built. So the page is going to be at /model-build-intake. There are going to be 5 sections, each with a card. Cool. How can I preview this? Can you load it on my browser? And here we go. So you can see that URL /model-build-intake. Now this is being locally hosted, but if I just ask Claude Code to push these changes, I can. And look at this. I can now enter in my company website. So yourcfoguy.com. The model date range, it captured that information. I even have this date picker over here, which matches the date picker that we already have in our code base. I have a toggle here as well, and I can change these drop downs. I can change from cash versus accrual. I could add in a headcount department, customer support. Look how crazy this is. And look at what I wrote in order to get here. Now, sure, there was some back and forth, but this is the only prompt that I wrote in order to get what we're looking at right now on this website. And look at all of this code that Claude did. I have no idea what it did over here, how to actually write all of this code, but now I don't really need to. I can just see the information directly on our website with someone like me without a coding background to make any changes. There are engineers who do have a programming background who are like 10 times more efficient now using Claude Code. And one of those people is my CTO, Mahmoud. So I want to ask him, how is he using Claude Code? So before Claude Code, how exactly were you building and pushing code to Model Wiz?
So everything was pretty manual. You write the code line by line. It was the dark ages for me is how I feel it was back then.
Okay, so then how exactly are you using Claude Code today? Can you walk me through how that setup looks like?
Well, now I just look for efficiencies in my workflow and I just ask Claude, how can I improve on that? For example, testing Excel add-ins is very complex. I talked with Claude Code and within the span of a day, really, came up with a whole architecture to test the code, update the code, test again, update again, in an endless cycle, really, until I get the right thing, all with Claude Code in the driver's seat, and I'm just observing what it's doing.
So what's a feature that you developed largely with Claude Code?
We've developed many features with Claude Code only, really. It's been a while since I actually wrote code directly by myself. We have a designer on our team who just shipped an entire feature on his own. And this is a success story that I didn't think is even possible at all. He doesn't have any background in coding or in developing. He doesn't even know what HTTPS is. He was able to build the entire thing.
Okay, so what exactly would you say to a non-technical person who wants to get set up with Claude Code for finance?
I would say you're living in amazing times where, as a non-technical person, the entire thing is wide open for you to take advantage of. You just need to not be scared. You need to, do what you do best, which is asking questions, chatting, asking more questions until you arrive at something that you built by literally just chatting with the AI. That is possible. I've seen it happen.
Wow. Well, my mind is totally blown and I'm so excited to push up so much more code with our tool, Model Wiz. But there's a lot of other really cool things that you can do with Claude, like generate Excel dashboards. And if you want to learn how to do that, I suggest you check out this video right over here. And I'll catch you in the next one.